Senior. Welcome you all in this educational video of NIOS. This is live video. Subject is data entry operations. In short, we call it DEO. We are doing lesson number 9. Topic of the lesson is shown on the screen. It is creating presentation. It means making PowerPoint. We will understand what is the meaning of presentation. Whenever we need to appear in front of a group of people to present something, let us begin. First, let us understand difficult words from the lesson. PowerPoint. In short, we call it as PPT. Generally, the name of this folder or PPT is given with name, then dot, then PPT. Lecture. Lecture can be given to any group, whether it is a small group or a large group. Presentation. Audience. Tools. There are different types of tools in this software which we use for changing the font size, sometimes changing the background color or putting the background color. So there are various tools in the different softwares. Slides. PowerPoint presentation has different slides, or we can call it as different pages of the presentations are called as slides. During the presentation, we put on our content in the slides. Sometimes they are images, sometimes they are text or any data which we want to present to our audiences. Insert. This insert option is in many software like MS Word, MS Excel. We can insert any image, any chart, or any original photo. Also, we can insert the boundaries. Animation. Animation is something which is a moving image. It can be put in the background or in the front. In both ways, it can be inserted. Sound. If there is any video or any conference, then this sound option can be used there. Blank. Blank page is a kind of new page in which nothing is written. Title. There are various subjects, so we put title on the cover page of the book. So that is known as title. Comparison. While presenting in the presentation, sometimes we do compare two things, or something which was in the past or something which is in the present. So whenever some comparison is done, when we try to find the difference between two things, then we do compare. So that is known as comparison. Media. Media can be various modes of communication through newspaper, through television, through radio. So there are various modes of communication in media. Clip art. Clip art are some kind of artificial images, or you can say animated images. Duplicate. Duplicate is the copy of the original. It looks similar, but it is another photocopy, or you say the Xerox of the original. So that is why we call it duplicate. Hide. Hide is kind of secret which is not shown to the other, that is hidden. Outline text. Outline can be of any shape or size. It is just the outer boundary of the content. So far we have understood the difficult words. Now in continuation, let us begin the lesson. First we will be doing the introduction part of this lesson. We know the lesson name is creating presentation. So this is the introduction. Whenever we appear in front of one or more people to present our ideas, or to deliver speech, or to give any classroom lecture, or Sometimes we also organize computer conferences, etc. So these are all different kinds of things which sometimes we do, and we present ourselves in front of others. So the basic purpose of any presentation is communication. So what do? We generally put the bullets in the PPT. In presentation, to communicate effectively, you must state your facts in a simple, concise, and interesting manner. So, any presentation basically is a kind of effective communication. And in this, we need the basic things which are very much required. And these are the 4 basic things. The first thing is we, or the person who is presenting to the audience. If there is no audience, then to whom we are presenting? So the first important thing is the person who has to present. And then the second important thing is your audience, to whom we are presenting ourselves, because they are kind of listeners. And the third is our message, and then our tools. After our presentation is ready, how do we proceed? So you can see the slide. It is the computer slide. When we click on the MS Office button, then a pop-up menu appears. You can see the MS Word, MS Excel, MS Access. In that pop-up menu, you will see the MS PowerPoint presentation. On that you need to click. Then a new pop-up will open up. Now the slide you can see on the screen, it would look like such similar pop-up. In Word file, the pop-up which will come in front of you would be different, and in PowerPoint presentation the pop-up which will appear on screen would be different. So MS Word, MS PowerPoint tools are similar, but the pop-up appearance is different in both. Now the image which you can see on screen is of a blank presentation. Just like we see a new notebook and we see all the pages are blank. So similarly, when we'll click on the presentation, then we will see the blank presentation there. And here on screen you can see the background color. If you want to change the background color, you can put any color in the background. On screen you can see the black color, but you can put any color. If you want to have all the background in black, that is also possible, that can be done. Now here you can see there are different design templates. So it is not that only black background is possible. Beside that black color, there are various design templates which are available. So any design template can be used, and you can put any color which is of your interest, so that our audience get attracted to our slides and take interest, because our message also needs to be interested, so that all the audiences to whom we are presenting, they take interest and have a look at those presentation. So accordingly we can choose the color. Any design background, any design template we can choose as per our purpose. Let us take a break here.
प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने,
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने, जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने।
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो, धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो,
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय के लोच से युक्त हो,
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो,
मित्रों हम उठे और जागे,
मंजिल आने की ध्वनि सुने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने,
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने।
राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालय का है द्वार खुला सबकी बातें, शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर,
शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर दुनिया में इसके केंद्र बात,
कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने, कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने,
So once you have chosen the blank form for your new presentation, there you will see different options from 1 to 9. You can see them on screen. Which option can be best for you, whether the title slide, the title and the content slides. So we'll learn all this one by one. The first one is title slide. So these are the side layouts. You can see them on screen as well. So when you open that, you can see the title slide. Then beside that, you can see another slide layout which has title and content. in which you can put your content, you can put your data, you can put any color, you can also increase and decrease the brightness of the color from all the colors which are in the computer. Then the third slide layout is section header. In this there are a section of header and there is another of footer. In the fourth slide layout, there is option of to content. So you just need to click on that option and automatically that will come on your PowerPoint presentation. So that fourth option is to content. When you need two boxes in your slide, whether the two boxes are of any video or any comparison, so that is possible, that can be chosen. And then fifth slide layout is comparison. In that also we have two different boxes. In that you can put your points in which you are comparing things. So that can be of any comparison. The sixth slide layout has title only. The seventh slide layout is of a blank presentation. It has nothing in it, just like a fresh new page. It is completely blank. And then eighth point is of content with caption. So there you can put your content with the caption. If you want to quote something or any quotation you want to show to your audience, so that can be, this side template can be used. And the ninth one is picture with caption. This is used for putting your images, and sometimes you put their name, like place name, and also you put in the image of that place. So these are all different types of slide layouts which are useful. These are basically 1 to 9 and you can choose them as per your need. So these are the options available. So it is better if you learn all these options of slide layout so that accordingly to your purpose you can use. Now here you can see the selecting the content. Now we will understand how do we select our content. So these are the tools which help us do our work. So for making the table, any chart, if we want to insert any table, then we go to this tool option and then use these 1 to 6 options accordingly one by one. Then second option is we can insert chart. We can also insert smart art graphic. Then the third option which is in this tool is we can insert different types of graphics. Like sometimes we use charts or different types and their subtypes. So for them we use this insert smart art graphic. And then fourth one is we can insert picture from our file. And the fifth content selection is of inserting the clip art. We can insert any clip art, just like for example, a tree or any leaf. And the sixth point explains that we can also insert any media clip. For example, if I had been to a place and there I have made a video, and that video I want the audience to watch, then that video can be inserted here. In Word file it is not possible, but in the PowerPoint presentation it is possible. Now here you can see the viewing slides. Here you can see the smaller icon. In this, the word normal is written. If you want that to be changed into slide sorter, then that also can be chosen. And also there is another option in which you all can try all these different options yourself and then understand. Okay, when you open your slide and you have written your content, you have already put your content in your slides, then you can insert or edit with the help of mouse. You can insert anything or you can also edit anything, but for that you need your mouse. You can see on the left hand side and on the right hand side there are some tools. With the help of them you can do them. When you have prepared your PPT, for example, if you have written a question and you want to write the answer, and if you want that question needs to be written there, then you need not type that question again twice. For example, in the first slide you have written question and in the next slide you want question along with the answer. Then it is possible that you can copy the question from the previous slide and that can be pasted in the second slide, or in brief it can be duplicated. Let me explain you again. Here we are learning reordering slides. For example, if we have some slides ready and we want to interchange some slides, so that interchange of slides is also possible with the help of mouse. That can be done. That is called as reordering of slides. So all the slides which are there on the screen, they can be shifted from one place to the other easily. Animation slides. Let us now understand this. For example, if we have started working on animation slides and if we want any slide have some animation in it and we want to put some animated material, then we need to click on this animation slide option. So there are different options available and different types of movements from right to left, from left to right, or from upside to downside, from right corner to the left corner. So there are different variations available on the software. So you can choose any option as per your requirement, and accordingly that content would appear on the screen from right to left or from left to right. According to your selection, that movement will happen and that will attract the audience. So it is a good possibility. In the word lesson, we already have understood this tool of formatting text. Here on screen you can see the red box. It is the same tool which was there in the Word file. In continuation of the previous tool, the font dialog box, here you can do various modifications in your slide. When you will click on this copy button, then when you will click on this tool, you will find there are different options available, like you can put your content, you can modify your content from normal text to italic to underline or bold. So that is easy. That is all easy. We already have covered all this in the Word file, so it is better you try yourself and understand them. Now this option of slide spacing is very interesting. It makes your content look spacey. If you have any paragraph or text in your Word file, then you can increase the space between the lines. So it is possible you can increase or decrease the space as per your need. If you want to make it 1.0, 2.0 or 2.5, it is a space in between your lines. Here we will understand the change case. How do we change the alphabet type? For example, if our content is in the bold alphabets, capital alphabets, we can convert that into small alphabets or small and capital mix, or sometime we can make it in sentence case. So all the options are available. You can choose any option according to your requirement, and whatever content you will select, that content would be changed to that particular case. If you want to make it capital letters or you want to make it in small letters, both ways are possible. You just need to select and choose the option. That will automatically be done. Now here we will understand the bulleted lists on design templates. So these are all the bulleted points. We know whenever we put any content in the points form, we call it as bulleted list. So there are various options of showing our bullets. It can be a tick mark, it can be a box, it can be a round shape. So there are various templates which are shown. And when we are talking about the bulleted list, so there comes the subtypes also. So we also call that numbered list. So we can use any numbers in place of bullets, and there are different options available. And here you can see adding notes. This is used for mentioning the bullet points. For example, if you have a story and you have that story in your mind, but when you are presenting yourself, then you need some bullets or some hints. So that can be written there in that adding notes column. So that is for your own help. That portion is used for putting your bullets. While your presentation, if you forget any point, you can look at that adding note point, and that will help you make your presentation smoothly going in the presence of all the audiences. Because that portion is very small, so all the audiences cannot see that easily. It would be visible to you only. Now we will understand about the saving and printing. The printing is similar to what you have done in Word and Excel. So whatever we can do in Word file or in Excel file, that can be printed. We all know first we need to save that content and then we can take print out. Here we will talk about the page setup. When we have typed our content or we have written our text, then after doing that typing work or making the content ready, if we need to make some modification in the presentation, like we need to increase the size of the paper, or we need to increase the size of the picture so that is visible and understood to all. So that size variation can be done in this column, page setup. So there are different ratios available, 16:9, 4:3, which we do as per our type of presentation and need of the presentation. So that can be done in the page setup. After our work is done, and if you want to have a print, so before taking the printout of our work, we do a print preview. Print preview is done so that we can have a look at the content, how that content would appear in the print page. So that print preview is done before taking the final printout. So that is why we call it print preview. And when our work is done, we have prepared our PowerPoint presentation and we want to save our file, then we save it in this method. We need to save our file. You can easily save, which we already done in the Word chapter. Similarly, you will save your file of any PPT or Word file. Now this is print option. How do we take print? It is very easy. First, you need to prepare your content. Then you have to connect your printer with your content. Like if there is any PPT, PowerPoint presentation or Word file, and in the print section you need to mention how many pages you need, all the pages you want, or you want any particular pages, or how many copies of that page. So that you need to mention in this, and accordingly your printout will come out. So far we have understood the lesson. Now in this exercise part we will have questions and answers both. Let us begin. Question 1. Question 1. Which is not the valid addition of MS PowerPoint? A, B, C, D. MS PowerPoint 2003. B option, MS PowerPoint 2007. C option, MS PowerPoint 2010. D option, MS PowerPoint 1920. You have to choose the right option. So you can see D is the correct option, MS PowerPoint 1920. So MS PowerPoint 1920 is not the valid addition of MS PowerPoint. Question 2. The slide that is used to introduce a topic and set the tone for the presentation is called the... You have 4 options, A, B, C and D. You have to choose which one is correct. Option A, title slide. Option B, bullet slide. Option C, table slide. Option D, graph slide. Have a look at the answer. The first option is correct. It is title slide. Question 3. The PowerPoint view that displays only text, title and bullets is... There are 4 options available. Option A, outline view. Option B, notes page view, and option C, slide sorter, option D, slide show. See the correct option. The correct option is A, outline view. Question 4. What is the shortcut key to play the slide from the beginning? So, we need to understand and we need to know the shortcut keys. So, there are 4 options. Option A, Control plus F7. Option B, F5 only. Option C, Control plus F5. Option D, Alt plus F5. You can see the correct answer. The correct answer is F5. So the correct option is F5. F5 is a shortcut key which is used for making the slide in the beginning, from the beginning. Question 5. How many slide layouts are available in new slide dialog box? So there are 4 options available. Option A, 7. Option B, 9. Option C, 14. Option D, 17. You have to choose the correct option. Option B is 9. So we already discussed that there are total 9 types of slide layout which we discussed in our lesson video. So the option B is correct. There are basically 9 slide layouts. And we have to select any one out of all those provided 9 boxes. Question 6. What is the file extension of PowerPoint application? A, B, C and D. Option A, Docs. Option B says PPT. Option C says XLS. Option D says JPEG. So you have to choose which one is correct. So PPT, option B is correct option. PPT is the file extension of PowerPoint application. So there are various types of softwares. In all the software there are different extension names. Question 7. The page to create presentation in PowerPoint is called A, B and C and D. Option A, sheet. Option B, slide. Option C, paper. Option D, document. Have a look at the answer. So the correct option is B. It is slide. Thank you. Namaskar.